Hello, welcome back to our little corner on the internet. In today's video, we're going to talk about the technology used to build the CafeRacer. We're going to talk about the MUnit and all the accessories, and we're going to look at how these things fit together. This won't be an in-depth review. I just want to show you what I've done and what are the technology options available if you're considering something like this. This is not a sponsored video. This is just exactly what I've done. My opinions, use it, don't use it, whatever.
Started to shed. Just feel the summer sun as it warms our bed. I'm lying, and I'm lying when I say
The heart and brain of the operation is the MUnit. I bought the MUnit Blue, which has a Bluetooth connectivity to it, which means you can connect your phone to it and then use your phone as a lock for your bike. So when you're within range, the MUnit recognizes your phone and the starting button will work. The MUnit has many options. I'll go through some of those later in the video, and you can see exactly what you're able to do with it. Then I also got the MotoGadget Mo switches. These are the basic switches, which means that they don't have LED display around the little button. There are ones with different colors and you can have different options. I went for the minimal look and I just wanted everything to be cast in black. You'll see that these buttons are momentary buttons, meaning that when you press them, they make a connection. When you release them, they let go. There's no power that runs through these buttons, and I'll explain the setup a little bit later. I also invested into the wiring harness cable. It just made a lot of sense to have the correct cables. They give it to you with, the right cores and the right amount of cable, the right amount of length, and different colors. So it was helpful to have all of that. If you have a MUnit Blue, you're going to say to me, well, how do you send your bike for a service? Do you send your phone with it? No. This is a bypass that you can buy, and it basically works with these two fobs. One fob is the master that's used for programming. The other fob is the one that you use with you if you needed to, or this is the one that you give to your mechanic. Then, of course, there's a relay, and then there's the fob reader. Once it's programmed, you can use the fob to turn the MUnit on or off. It functions as if though you were within Bluetooth range. I like to carry these fobs with me just in the event that my phone goes flat or something like that, and I need to start the bike for some reason. Maybe you drop your phone in the water, you never know. The next component I bought is called a Mo button. So what this thing does, you'll see that it's round. The intention is that you would wire it up to the 6 buttons on the front on the handlebars. So what you can do with this little thing is that you wire all of the buttons to it and you send one wire back to the MUnit. And this little guy translates to the MUnit what needs to be done. So in this image here, you can see prior to having the Mo button, I had 7 cables on the left-hand side. You can see them. On my second time that I rewired the bike, I went for the button, and you can see how much neater and cleaner the wiring harness becomes. I opted for the bullet indicators. These I got from Max Inc. The front ones and the rear ones look exactly the same. The rear ones are 3-in-1s, meaning that they have rear light, brake light, and indicator. If you obviously turn on the indicator, the light on that specific side goes dim, and you can see the orange light flashing through, and when you're not indicating, then it flashes the red. I also added a second set of indicators. What I found was with these bullet indicators, they were pointing directly to the front and directly to the rear. People that are on an angle, let's say 90 degrees from you, struggled to see whether you were indicating or not. So I bought a second set and mounted them in the front. These I got from MotoGadget. They're extremely bright and visible. I would highly recommend you read the manual for the MotoGadget brain. There are too many options to talk through in this video. After you've done the hardware pairing, you can set your handlebar controls, your taillights, your blinkers. I like distance dependence on the blinkers. Press left and right button together, you get hazards, your rear stop lights, and there are several other inputs that you can make use of. Next is the keyless go. You can set your distance and you can set your alarm. There are a number of settings again for the alarm. I like to use a pre-alarm and I don't give myself a heart attack when I move the bike in the garage. The unit keeps track of your rides and you can see them in a log. It also keeps track of maintenance logs and distances. If you turn your phone in landscape mode, you can see a landscape mode display. There's a number of things that you can see. It is configurable. There are probably 20 different things that you can show in landscape mode. You can only select 6 to show at the same time. And then of course finally you've got your MotoScope Pro, which is configurable and has 2 displays. Again, I highly recommend you read the manual and see what are all the options that you can see there.
Oh my love, you're such a fragile thing, I know. And with the winter comes the ice, the snow, but I'm here to hold